Good morning, everyone. My name is Jody. My husband David John and I have a small farm in the panhandle of North Idaho, and these are our stories and our adventures. Today we're in the kitchen. I'm going to make egg noodles because I'm almost out. I'll probably use about half of these for dinner tonight, and I like to make a big batch ahead of time, put them in the dehydrator, and then I have them ready to throw into soups or with pastas. So I'm gonna take you guys along to make egg noodles. So this is the recipe that I have. I have tripled the recipe for today. So I'm gonna take, it is 2 eggs per batch. So I've got 6 eggs. Gonna get them in the mixer, get them mixed up a little. And it is 2 tablespoons, so I have 6 tablespoons of water, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So now I have 6. Get that mixed up. And you use semolina flour, and you can use all-purpose white, but I am using unbleached whole wheat. I just like the nuttiness, the toothiness that the wheat flour gives as opposed to the all-purpose white. And 3/4 of a tablespoon of salt. So I'm going to alternate between the wheat flour and the semolina as I'm mixing this. Want to excuse me, just want to get the sides scraped down. And that is really, really soft. So I'm going to add some more flour to it. Did I mismeasure? I don't think so, but Add some more flour to it. Whoa. And it could be because I did use a goose egg in here and didn't reduce the amount of eggs. So I'm just going to add a 1/4 cup of the wheat flour. Still soft. 1/4 cup of the semolina flour. And I know you want the dough soft, but that's a little on the too soft side. I think I'm just going to do a little tiny bit more of the wheat flour, and as we're mixing it, more flour will be added in. Okay, get the mixer out of the way so I've got a workspace to work the dough. So I'm going to put down just a good layer of flour so it doesn't stick to the countertop. And hope for the best. Okay, got that scraped out pretty good. Figured I'd better take off some of my rings so they don't get full of pasta. And this is just all-purpose white flour. Just gonna kind of work the dough a little tiny bit. Don't want my part of it to be too much, but because I've got a pasta maker that's going to do the bulk of the work on it. Cut these into batches. And because my countertops are so thick, this actually has to go this way. For my pasta maker to hook, I've got to open my one silverware drawer, so I put a paper towel just to keep the flour from filling my silverware drawer full of goo. Okay, so we want to set it on 1, which is the whitest setting. Which you see there. And we'll run this through and I'm just folding it and just working it through just to okay, one more, and I think then we can start going to the thinner cuts. And then we'll move it to number 2. One more time on number 2. Give it a little dust and move to number 3. And as they get longer, I cut them into little shorter pieces for ease of being able to work it. And just depending on how thin you want it is how far you go. So I'm going to keep it about there. Get this other one put through. Up to 4. And drop my handle. one more time. So I got those two done. And this is the cool part. This is the part that actually turns it into egg noodles. It just slides right on there. And I am going to be doing the thicker noodles. Switch the handle over here. And I've got my dehydrator tray here. I'm just taking and gently pulling the noodles apart so I can get them dehydrated. And I've got my dehydrator tray here. I'm just taking and gently pulling the noodles apart so I can get them dehydrated. I'm going to go through, get the rest of this pressed and sliced, and be right back with you. So I wound up with 9 trays of pasta. Gonna go put this last one in the dehydrator. Have them on the herb setting for about 2-3 hours just so they're good and dry. Bag them up and they'll be ready to make soup. But kind of got to get the kitchen cleaned up, and then I have something really cool to show you guys. So get this cleaned up and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so my trying to save the rosemary was a no-go. So they're just drying out. That was one of the things when I saw being in garden in the winter is this stuff would just come in so absolutely root bound that even if it missed one watering, which was usually the shipping watering because they ship them dry because of weight, that the plants really didn't do that great. Hoped I could save them. Didn't save them, but the one I bought this spring and transplanted is doing really good. It's got some new growth coming on it, so at least that one's good. So let's go into the office so I can show you something really exciting. Okay, so this is the tray that I have my ginger on. I've been spot checking this guy right here, trying to lift him up, and so you guys can see. Oh, you can see that. The other night when I went, because I've only been testing this one, went to lift it out and it was roots growing in there, and as you see I have a little bit of growth there. But then the coolest thing is, if you look right there, I've got ginger popping up. So got at least a couple of them going. So I have moved my ginger tray from being down on the ground over there where it was kind of cool to over here by the window. Gets a little more heat from the heater. So I think that has really helped it get going. So that's where I'm going to end today's video. I did turn the dehydrator off so I can film this. Going to turn it back on for about another hour. Let me show you what it looks like. So it's been in the dehydrator for about an hour. It's still pretty soft, so going to make sure it gets completely dry before I put it into a bag. But that's where I'm going to end today's video. I hope you all have a good day and a good week, and we'll see you on the next one for the next adventure. Bye for now.